Okay, this is going to be my Raw review for September 16th, 2013, and it was a whatever Raw. It wasn't something too great, but there were some segments that were very TV, just made you glued to the TV. It was very compelling and made for some great storylines, made for some great television and great acting, of course. Mainly concerning the Big Show, Dusty Rhodes, Stephanie McMahon. Started off with Triple H kind of stripping Bryan. You knew something happened because of the fast count, and they really drove home tonight that there was a fast count, including side-by-side visuals from the night before, where Michael Cole would explain how Scarred Armstrong did indeed use a fast count, and you had slow motion, you had one after the other. They really wanted to drive home the fact that indeed there was a fast count, as if the fans couldn't notice themselves, but just so we know, there was a fast count. Scott Armstrong got fired. Bryan got stripped of the belt. Orton's not champion. Orton got a little lip from Stephanie, which kind of made him go crazy. And he beat up The Miz, which was a great beating. I'm not going to lie. You knew it was going to happen. Kind of Miz was toying with his parents, kind of giving him the old superstar treatment. From out of nowhere, Orton attacked him, beat him left and right around the ring. And it was funny because I think he drove Miz into the steps, and then Miz went to the back, and he was all injured. Oh, bad shoulder, bad shoulder. But at WrestleMania 27, where Cena speared the poor guy over the railing, his head hit concrete. He did not get taken to the back. He got up and he finished that match. He was a little bit loopy, but you take a little shoulder bump to the steps compared to taking a legit head bump on concrete. Two totally different levels. But Miz took the beating like a champ. His mom really sold the fact that her son, her baby boy, little Miz, was getting his ass handed to him. And the dad kind of just stood there and watched very intently, very, just no expression, just straight face, just like, that's my boy, he's getting his ass kicked there. But, it was a good, I liked the beating Orton put on the Miz, just put it like that. The Big Show, Dusty Rhodes, Stephanie McMahon, and the Shield thing. This segment, I think a lot of, including myself, I wasn't expecting much out of this. Dusty Rhodes came out, did the old spiel where, his son's put in a fight. He's here to, fight for his family. Stephanie had a business proposition. He called her out. She came out. She said, I'll give you a job. I'll give them a job, but only one of them. So Dusty kind of had to pick between the son, his youngest son, who's always been there, always did the right thing, or the son he neglected for so many years, Goldust. And of course, I would have picked Cody. Honestly, since Cody lost the job, Goldust technically isn't employed. What's the big decision? Technically, Goldust did not have a job there before this all happened, so why give him a job out of nowhere? So, that's how I look at it. But of course, Dusty can't do that. His name's Virgil, by the way, also. I found that a little odd. That Dusty Rhodes' name is Virgil Reynolds. Just very mind-boggling. I don't know. That's a shoot, brother. When you bring in the real names, that's when you know that shit's getting serious. But, you couldn't choose. Stephanie brought out the Shield saying you better choose quick, and then Big Show came out and then kind of gave him the ultimatum. Either you pick one of your sons, or you get knocked out by the Big Show, or you get dismembered by the Shield. Dusty wouldn't do it. Big Show was crying. He punched him. He took a safe right into Big Show's arms like a little baby, put him down. I'm sure it was like lying down on a soft blanket on a bed, cozy, and Dusty Rhodes went to sleep, got taken out. But some people didn't like the segment, but me, I enjoyed it a lot. I think Stephanie's role right now, that she's just the biggest bitch in the world. It's like people have that perspective of her as a fan. You hear stories about, backstage this, Stephanie this, Vince this, creative this, and that's coming off on TV. This is how I perceive Stephanie to be in the back when the cameras are off, and now she's that on-screen character. I think it's great. Triple H, didn't see much of him tonight, but it was, what we did see was, whatever. Main event with Roman Reigns and Bryan. It was okay. I think the big thing was when the whole locker room came out at the end and kind of helped Bryan. What's that going to mean? Is the whole locker room going to be fired? Because, then again, it's Zack Ryder. You got, who was there? Van Dam, Justin Gabriel, Zack Ryder, the Usos, primetime players. Someone. That's pretty much all I remember seeing. But, guys like that kind of came out for the help. So Bryan was this is the second Raw in a row, believe it or not, that he's been kind of standing strong. And we'll see where they go next week. Nothing really, I don't know. They don't really have much planned for next week, since you knew that with Goldust, you knew Dusty would come in. So this is kind of going to take a new turn with that. And then the Bryan thing, it's, you know, there's no really thing to go on for next week. But it was a fine Raw. It wasn't, those are the main things that happened for tonight. And that's all. I'll see you guys in the next video.